Welcome back everyone. Today's video gonna be about an epic showdown in Sword Art Online Integral Factor. It's the ultimate clash between the strongest skill in the history versus the strongest skill of today. Of course, we are talking about the sword non-element full burst skills. On one side we have the legendary Yuki full burst skill, the ultimate non-element skill of the past. On the other side, we have the brand new Kirito full burst SBS, the strongest non-element skill of today. So let's see which one is good. Like, we don't gonna compare just the damage. Like, if we do this, we can say the SBS is the strongest one and we end the video here. Bye bye. Now, it's not like this. The goal here is to use these skills in multiple situations. For example, yesterday's video, I tested the new Kirito full burst skill. And I found some weird issues with this skill. Since the skill kinda slow, a 16 hit, of course it's gonna be slow, the skill didn't work correctly with the chain, so I didn't get the 20% bonus from the skill, the chain skill, and that makes it hard to get more damage. But, of course that was yesterday. In this video we're gonna see if this is true or no, and this is why I'm gonna do the comparison between this skill and the Yuki skill. And of course, to make things fair and square, we will test both skills under the same exact build and conditions. I'm gonna try to avoid to use other buffs, except maybe rush buff. And thankfully, both skills have the same condition to activate their all bonuses, which is have two Asuna skills in the same set, so we can see the full potential of both of them. Let's see the build we're gonna use here. And yes, this is the main set we're gonna use. This is Yuki full burst skill, and this is Kirito full burst skill. We're gonna use this Yuki chain skill, and of course Kizamel shield. And if you don't have Kizamel shield, I have the sword, so I'm gonna use both to test it. Next, the passive. We have two passives of Asuna and two of Kirito. First one is a power rise 3 that gives us 20% attack, and the second Asuna gives us some defense and attack just for the condition of full burst skill, since it requires to have two Asuna in the same build. And the other passive doesn't matter, since we are just comparing here, so it doesn't matter if I got huge damage or not. And for the ranks, this is what we put. 2 attack rings and 1 passive defense, and the other one rise your switch damage. And next for the second build. For second build we are using bow and sword. Bow for reducing our HP, so we are achieving the condition of full burst Kirito, the one that gives us plus 100 critical damage. It's important to achieve it. And for the connect skill we are using 2, one for the Kirito burst and the second for Yuki burst. For Kirito burst we are using this Yuki connect skill. All the skills inside this Yuki skill doesn't boost or give us buff of anything, so it's just slashes of elements. Same for the second connect skill to activate Yuki burst. With no more delays, let's test these skills. Almost forgot, so I'm gonna remove all Koharu skills and let's start. First, let's use the connect skills to activate bursts. Starting with the visual bug. So the Kirito burst is activated, but it doesn't showing in the screen, so we're gonna do it again for some safety. And now Yuki burst is activated. And let's switch to the main set. Let's start with Yuki burst, of course without any chain and the rush. And we got 4.2 million. It's okay, it's good. And now Kirito burst. We got 6.7 million. Okay, that's good. The difference between them, it's about 2.5 million damage. So 1.2 Kirito burst. Of course, I'm not giving Yuki some critical rate buff, since if I fight some bosses that has critical resistance, Yuki will not gonna crit even if I given her that buff. But in the contrary, Kirito gonna critic without any buff, so yeah, this is it. Next, we're gonna combine them with Kizamel shield. First thing, we're gonna use them without the burst, just the normal state. So we confirm that these skills can combine with Kizamel skill. First with Kirito skill, let's see the damage without Kizamel and with Kizamel. So it worked with Kizamel, okay? Kirito can work with Kizamel. In the normal state, without burst, of course. Next with Yuki. And this is the damage of normal Yuki. This is the damage of Yuki with Kizamel, and it works also. So, both skills can work with Kizamel, which is good. Now let's try to do it with the burst. And to do this, we have two steps to achieve. First one is putting Kizamel skill in the switch. Yeah, since the switch double the duration of the buff, like for example this critical buff. In the normal state, it gives you 60 seconds, but in the switch state, it gives you 120 seconds. Same for Kizamel, since using Kizamel in normal state will give you 1 second, using it in the switch will give you 2 seconds. So this is the first step. And the second step, which is the trickiest step, is cancelling the burst animation. And that's what we're gonna do now. So yeah, let's test it. First, Kirito burst. So to cancel the animation, you're gonna do these steps. First one, click on the switch to activate Kizamel. And without any delay, you need to move your character in the same time of pressing the burst skill. I'm gonna show you again. Move your character in the left or the right side while you are pressing on the burst button skill. So this is how you cancel the animation. It's not like cancelling the animation, but applying the burst directly. And it worked, so good. With Kirito, it does work, which is good. Next, let's try it with Yuki. And it doesn't work with Yuki burst skill because the character jump in the air, so this is the 1 second animation that ruined the combination with Kizamel and Yuki, so yeah, it doesn't work. And for Kizamel's sword skill, it does work with Kirito but doesn't work with Yuki. Same thing, same problem. And this is another point for Kirito, okay. Next we're gonna test the chain skills, starting with Yuki burst skill. Okay, let's use the chain skill. Let's use it again. And let's use Yuki burst now. And faster, let's use it again. And yeah, it works. So the damage combination works since we got plus 20% in the chain skill. Now let's try Kirito skill with this chain skill and see if it gives us the same result. Okay, the same thing, using the chain in the switch. Then the chain again. And now let's do the Kirito burst. Okay, it's long animation, of course. Again, let's do it quickly now. And yep, this is the problem I faced yesterday. Kirito burst skill has a too long animation. 16 strike, takes a lot of time, and doesn't maintain your chain skill. We can fix this, but it takes a lot of time. And sometimes it can ruin your rotation. So let's try fix it now. The only solution here is using again other limited max or chain skill before using the second burst, so you can maintain your damage. But the downside of this, sometimes you may run out of the rush. And yeah, here Yuki win this round, so 2 points for Kirito, 1 point for Yuki. Good. Next, cooldown test. And since we have 40-second cooldown after using the burst and it's too long to wait, you can use rapier skills to reduce this cooldown. And by using rapier skill doesn't mean just use it to reduce. Nah. Using it to activate also the burst, since it will be waste to use the second set for reducing only the cooldown and then using the main set to activate your burst. It will be waste, and maybe you can use other skills in the main set better than using the connect skill to activate the burst. And this is how to do it. Of course, you need to add a connect skill that reduce cooldown and have some specific skills that can be used to activate your burst. Example for Yuki, you need dark slash. And of course there is skills that has slash in the rapier, which is this ones. You can use them and activate your burst and reduce your cooldown in the same time. So in the left side, we're gonna use the connect skill of rapier to activate and reduce cooldown of the burst. In the right side, we don't gonna use the rapier skill, we're just gonna activate the skill burst and wait the cooldown to reset. And of course, as you see, 40-second cooldown without any reduce of cooldown, or 20-second with reduced cooldown and activating in the same time the burst. This method can be good for Kirito burst since it can crit and do more damage than Yuki, and with this you can spam your skills infinitely. And yeah, I think we are finished here. Of course, I'm not gonna test it in the Axel state since there is no difference between them while using Axel. And using the Mark state, this is what I got. Yeah, Koharu, our best partner, for some reason she didn't miss using her Mark. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's gem, maybe. As you see in the chain state, both burst skills benefits from the Mark skills. So yeah, it's good. You can use it. So in terms of damage, Kirito burst skill is the winner in this video. But in terms of compatibility and saving and maintaining your damage, Yuki is better, to be honest. It doesn't do a huge damage, but still it can do a good damage. Both skills are good, but in my opinion, getting Kirito is the best thing to do. Yeah, and that's why I'm switching from Yuki to Kirito. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoy it, and if you have questions, don't hesitate and comment in this video. See ya!